Hello gang, welcome back to Twin Shores here on City Skylines 2. I know it's been a few days since the last episode. We're also getting back into Transport Fever 2 for those people that are keen and excited and ready to go back to that. We did a live stream already and there'll be some episodes being recorded and put up on the YouTube for you all as well. Alright, cool, so let's crack on with today anyway. Enough of the self-plugging. Last time out, we were up to doing our new estate section just up around here. Really happy with the layout, but I don't know. Here's the thing, I built this layout and I'm like, we need a lot of residential, but we also need to start cracking into some high rises and some apartments and some offices and all that sort of stuff, right? I also went ahead and keywayed up this road. I'm really thinking about taking the keyway off that, and I want to do that straight up today because I actually think we may need to build all the way along these edges. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that just so I can... I just really think we need it. I mean, we do and we don't, right? We do and we don't. Damned if you do, damned if you don't almost. But I think what we'll do is we'll take the building area. Yeah, you can have that, you can have that, take that, take that. Yeah, I think we will take the building area and we can just sort of build off it elsewhere as well. Did I get all of them? I think I did get all of them. Yeah, cool. What about down this way? You missed these ones here, right? I'm going to add them back. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, also, if I did miss your emote, dropped in the comments section for a street name. I'm pretty sure, I can't be sure, but I think, Drift King Cody, I think you wanted this one. I think you dropped another emote to change that to that. So I'm just going to do it. I think that's what you wanted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go Control C. I'm going to come over to here. Yeah, I just think this is a better road for it, don't you? Drift King Cody Drive. Oh, isn't that brilliant? Get yourself a nice skyline and go drifting around there. In the game, not in real life. That means this road is opened up for anyone that would like it. In the meantime, I'm going to put an interim name of my little doggo. Well, he's not really little, he's an English staffy. Hank Starlord Hamlet Drive. That's my doggo's name, so I'm just going to put that in there until someone comes along and wants that street. Yeah. Right. Now that we've sort of unplugged that, we put in this big Morrison supermarket too not long ago. That just reminds me, in our beautiful sort of European UK suburb we've got down here, we did actually have a couple of things. I know I flip-flop now and then, but I have little random thoughts during my playtime, and I'm like, oh, you know what would be good there? Oh, UK mixed suburban shops. Yes, but no. Not what I was thinking. I want a pub. Oh, that's a steakhouse. Oh, I'd love to build a big... Riverside Grill. Oh, I do have a really good idea for some of the entertainment stuff for here. Here we go. The Fox Inn Pub. Except I'm going to put it down here near the golf course. I just think that would be brilliant. Come down to the pub... down near the golf course. Oh, how good would that be? And we might even set it so it's like, oh, the dog's about to bark. So I think the school across the road, they have a mega speaker that they play. I actually want you to not be on that part of the road. Yeah, I want you to be like that. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put this, now that I've got it how I want it. Hey, buddy, can you, maybe I can just do it myself. That's kind of the way I was thinking, like that. Except now you got a dirty big tree in the backyard. Is that going to cause flooding through there? I think it is. Oh, I think I've just opened it up for flooding. The Fox Inn. Alright, I think it needs to move. I think it needs to move. I think it does need to be, like this, you know. And yeah. And I need, that should help that water not spill up into the area here. I think that's fine. What we can do is decorate this up a little bit, give it some paths, but it will also give another reason for people to travel out here to go to the Fox Inn. How good's that? And then you've got these sort of nice backdrops out here. It'd be beautiful if it didn't have a fence there, but I think that's fine. Come down to the Fox Inn. Maybe there we'll put a driving range in at some point. You know, it's a full like entertainment precinct sort of, you know. You get what I'm saying, right? I do spend a lot of time decorating. I am well aware of that, but look, would you have it any other way? I want to run this path back there like that, and actually down the side here like that. Yeah, good. And then what I want to do here, oh, sorry about the loud trains rolling past. The people are going to hate that. Oh, look at all this. We're going to really have to dig in and sort this out, team. Oh, I've missed playing this. I know I say that a lot, but it's such a fun game. I think there's been a couple of updates since I last played as well. We're going to put in some bushes here, by the way. Give me it 2 meters. Something like that. And like that. And then we'll just go back to single. Are they actually, were they bushes? Yeah, flower bush, okay. I want just single. Give me that. And make sure it's elder or such. Now, we'll probably pop you there. That's a nice spot for that. But we don't want to block the view, the out view, looking out over the water and the golf course and so forth. But we do want to give a little bit of privacy along here. I think it makes it a lovely walk through here. And we'll do something like that, just there. Right? Yeah, that makes me a little bit happier about that. Potentially we could get in another little car park, but I feel like there should be enough car parking here. Should be. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Oh, someone's teed off a little too hard over here. Okay, we do have some demand back for some, for the low residential. I'm going to pump these ones in, and we're going to just keep pumping this today. We're going to keep filling all this blank stuff in today as we start. You know where I said I wanted to put like some high-rise downtown buildings just sort of here and start to get a sort of big office space. And what I'm planning, we've got this roundabout we can split off here potentially, or this road. Probably makes more sense. I was thinking about potentially putting a little bridge over the top here as well, so you can have 2 entrances in and out of this place. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and start slapping in some more residential. Now, am I going to have... I'm probably going to try and keep this medium sized building all through here. I don't want to go too much higher with it, but for the time being, I think what we'll do... Give me the bucket back. We'll go bang, go bang. I don't even mind using this main road anymore for this stuff. I do want to use... I want to mix up some of the homes here. Do I want to get some UK ones? I don't know, actually. No, I think I just want to keep them fairly regular. And sort of get these guys built in. Do I want to do something in here? Yeah, I do. Do I want to do some apartments to break up that sort of blocky area? Potentially. Maybe a sports field in here as well. We do have the school over here for expansion at some point also. Potentially another school has to go in here. It's really hard to know. So I think what we just have to do is just throw homes in, right? And I think this is the key. And then we can just adjust, delete, blow up, change, and do other stuff later on. So I'm not going to go... I'm going to actually... Oh, new signature building available. Real estate agent's mansion, of course. I'm going to just posh stuff in, and then we can sort of adjust it and fix it all later. I think that's the best way to do it. Now, if we're going southwest row homes, I don't really want them on the inside of that. So I think I'll get my my drawing tool here. Do I want them on that main road? Tell you where I do want them. I think they're only... Oh, no. No. Yeah, I know you're all unhappy about that. That's because you built the wrong way. I didn't want you building that way. I wanted you building like that way. Right. And then they line up with that. They give a bit of a barricade there. And I'm probably going to do the same this side then too. Am I? Yeah, let's just get these in. Right, we'll just pop these in. They're not even going to build up there now because of, oh, there we go, they're taking. So we just have to wait for that to fill up. And then what we've got down here is we've got a nice sort of back area that's a lot of building space that we haven't utilized. But we might do something kind of cool with that. And then down here, we want more. We've got a lot of shops going on. Hey, look, they're utilizing the parking. I like it. What we potentially need to do is start looking at getting bus stations. And now this bus station here costs 100,000. It's 14,000 a month upkeep. By the way, if I were to buy another tile right now, so say we wanted to buy this at 477,190 a month upkeep for that, and then say if I wanted that 520, say if I wanted that 571. So 670, you're looking at, we're probably going from 16,000 an hour to probably minus 10,000 an hour for buying all of that. So we just have to really get our dollars up. We really have to utilize all our space now. That's what we're trying to do before we expand out and buy any more property. All right, keep filling this stuff in just for the moment. I want to get some office space in. Maybe this should be lending itself to some office squares. Now, if we want to utilize these spaces here better, how would you go about that? I don't think you can. I think one way to do it, potentially. No, I don't. I think you just have to take what you've got, and then we can fill the rest in with concrete and so forth. So let's just go. You got to just get it in, Ham. I know, and then we can sort it out later. Yeah, you just got to get it in. We'll sort it out later. You can see how nervous I am about this too. like I don't want to. That's the mixed housing. That's commercial zones. Can we get, that's high density businesses. Oh, density businesses. How big are they going to be, see? They're probably not going to be too bad. Yeah, so you've rinsed that now, and you've got a little gap in here. That's probably not a bad thing, you know. We'll get some office space over here. We've only got low density office. Let's get the low density office down by the rail. They just feel really large. They all feel really large, those buildings. And I know I could mix them up. I'll leave it. I will leave that, and they can just fill in as they need. They seem really big, those buildings. I'll be interested to see what they do. Okay, and then what? And then, well, they want more office space stuff, so let's go ahead and give me the... That's the NA, that's the EU. What do we use here? EU. We're really getting a mixed bunch of buildings here, aren't we? You sure you want to do that? Oh, I don't, but whatever. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. You know, I'm going to change this up to be NA. I think I want that all NA. Yeah. And do you know what else? I'm not going to put it right on there. So this is how I'm going to do it. Oh, that's going to be a large building, isn't it? I'm going to actually have it like that and leave that square, so forth, right? So I'll put that there. I'll have that there. Yeah, we just have to we just had to do it, team. We had to have a go. I'm just trying to back it away from the roundabout a little bit. The same here. You can have that. You can have that, right? So at least now we've got a bit of a game plan here with the commercial zone. Okay, and then that's all that. So that's pretty much rinsed that. What they're after now is probably some more low density stuff. And some high rise. Low rent, low rent. The low rent Chinese, low rent French. SW high density housing, that looks kind of cool. I don't really want to go too tall with these buildings. I'm a bit afraid about these ones here, but we kind of need a little bit of a downtown, I think. That's going to be they're going to be very big. So what we might do then is we can counter that by potentially some mixed. We'll go the mixed NA. No, mixed NE. And we will throw these in here. Right. And these will start sort of just dropping the height down slightly again. You can see they're going to be kind of a big height compared to that. All the cranes are kind of stuffed up. I don't know what's going on there. Right, that's good. That's good. Then we'll just go a touch lower again. We'll see if we can go like a mid-size buildings here. Let's get these ones in. Maybe some smaller blocks, if we can, please. Something like that. Right, and then we'll go back to some row housing. But will we change up the row houses? Yeah. And we'll do something like that, right? And then when they fill in, I can do that. And then we could probably swash it down back to some residential. There was some up here I thought I liked the look of. What's this one? That's a NA low. I like the look of that. That's NA low waterfront. Yeah, give me the waterfront ones. They've got sort of bigger blocks, so we may be able to block out something a little bit bigger for them. Oh, I've just spun the camera around. Yeah, this is essentially how our kind of life is at the moment, doing this sort of stuff. And we'll just do something there like that. And that might just peter down our height there, plus with the landscape. Oh, these buildings are going in. Crikeys. Yeah, it's going to be a very busy area, isn't it? Like all this parking and stuff. We'll have to sort that out right later. Right. Now that we've kind of rinsed that a little bit, we do need a little bit more industrial, don't we? So let's go ahead and just slot some more industrial in for these places. Do you have a section here you haven't utilized? That was for expand. No, that's for the expansion there. I will go ahead and say you can have that. Right. There's some spots over here too. I don't know what we're going to be using this for later on. Maybe something, maybe nothing. There will be the, like I said, the thermo plant out over here. So that's fine there. We want to get some more in over here. Potentially. You do have a lot of this. Okay, so we'll get that in. That's fine. Right, now, here we go. We do have this funny looking road just over here doing a thing. I also thought about, remember I spoke about getting this train line up around here? So that's still on the cards also at some point. Or potentially some light rail going up this main drag. Or potentially up that drag. I think this one would make more sense. Maybe on a loop, but I don't know yet. Okay, let's start off with a simple task of putting a bridge in, which is never simple. Quite simply, I'm going to knock you down because I'm pretty sure 8.75 is the height for a bridge. Okay, so that's our bridge, Magnolia Bridge. It should be called bridge, not street. Then maybe I do want to just shoot straight over to there, but I thought curve over to here might be nice. Let's just see. Oh, we do have this one way here as well. No. No. Okay. Give me this. Don't know if we're going to be able to attach that. We are. You can get an attachment there. That's probably fine. Right. Now, how are we going to grid this? So first thing I'm going to do, we're going to take a ring road around the edge of this lake. How's our growth going? Growth is coming back. This is our little down. This is our, oof. They're kind of high, but we did need them. I think we'd need them, didn't we? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now we're going to start making some dollar dineros. Right, these are perfect. These NE mixed housings are a really good buffer size. You can see right there. Don't forget, we'll add trees, add some parks. We will go through and absolutely decorate up all the in-between gaps here. So that will be a thing. Maybe even to break off like some of this. We don't need to have buildings everywhere. We can have some buildings, but in here we probably could have courtyards or plazas, so forth. So what I'll do, I'm going to continue these NE ones in this space, in this inner space just here. We'll leave the off. Actually, those offices have come up better than I'd hoped, actually. Are they just regular low density offices? Okay. I might even have homes to about here. And then we'll put in a tree line as a bit of a buffer before you get to offices potentially. Okay, let's go ahead and just slot in those and we'll go back to setting out our bigger... I want to have a bigger sort of offices over here, right? Old suburb, get some high rises in, look out over the river, out over the farmlands. Kind of a cool view, I would think. Something a little bit different. Right, this one, we're going mixed and we're going NE. Yeah. Yeah, we are. I think I'm better off just blotting these in like that. I'm even going to just see how you take to that. I'll leave that gap. And you know what? I'm just going to say, hey, you can have that too. We'll see how that looks anyway. We'll have to get some plazas and so forth in and around here, some walkways and such. I think that'll just help out. Yeah, cool. How's our little restaurant going? Ah, look at that. People are working there. It's getting by. Its profitability is getting by. That's good. I'm glad it's getting by. Do we want to get in some more low res? So I was talking about potentially, give me these southwest homes here. So yeah, like there, and what are we saying to there? Right, so something like that. Give me these ones again. Do like that. Now, we are going to be suffering soon with all this new, these people moving in. Population is going to be cranking up very quickly. The demand on healthcare, education, police, fire, everything is going to go through the roof. We can already see here, we're eventually going to have to put in some more classrooms, which is totally fine. We prepared for that by leaving some space. Transportation is going to be a big thing. Traffic is going to be even worse now. Oh, dearie me. Elm Street? What's Elm Street doing here? I've set the time to be at like 10:30 a.m. as well. I just like it. I think I like a little bit of shadow in the game. Otherwise, it's a little bit flat looking. What's the holdup? Holy snapping duckfish. Oh my god. It's this area down here. Although I don't know why people are so slow at doing this. I know the trains won't be helping. Potentially the parked cars don't help. Yeah, the trains don't help here. We've only got one way into this section of city too. So we're going to need another bridge over here. Oh dear God. Let's get this in. We'll work on this and we'll go back over there and work on that. Right. Can I have my contours here, please, so I can see the edge I'm sort of working with here? I don't need that. So I'm simply going to just try and follow in a nice manner. Nothing too crazy. Right? Very good. That's it. It's a little up and down through there. Do we mind about that? I think you've got to have roads. Roads are never... Not all roads are perfect, okay? That's quite bad though, Ham. You sure you don't want to fix that? I mean, we didn't over here. We've kind of left the natural state of things, haven't we? Now, you do realize if you run a road straight off there... Oh, yeah, I do. I'm actually going to run the road from further up this way. Right? And we're actually going to have it come in there. I wonder if we should have a connecting road through here. I'm going to allow it for the moment. It kind of makes a little bit of sense. The game's having a conniption there. It's definitely that one I need. Yeah, there. Keep that square. Right, so we're just going to add that in. No dramas. We're going to get that connection all the way through there. This road will probably keep swinging out this way, so I'll end it there for the moment. And what we'll do is we'll get a nice straight... Will we? How do you want to sort of work this off here? Well, we know that this road here is square. With the motorway. That we do, my friend, that we do. So, that's how that would go. Okay. Yep, good. I can probably shorten that later. Can I get that through there now without... No, I can't. Which is fine, because we might actually come out to that point there. And that will be our road through them. Yeah, okay, sweet. But at least we know we're still square off that motorway from there. Okay, so you're going to run straight up to there. Like that. And I'm going to run you into here, and it's going to be the start of our getting our grids up for this area. Right. You there. You there. Yeah, you're okay, I guess. I don't know how that's going to run, but I assume it's going to run something like that. But what we might actually do is run these roads first, right? So we'll get some nice big office space in. And what I probably want to do here is get in some bigger roads, some 4-lane roads for this part of town. Yeah, town. It almost feels like it should be another suburb, doesn't it, over here? But whatever. We're slowly, look, they want the high rises. Maybe we could do high rise residentials over here. I think that might be the key, is what we're setting up over here. It seems like the place for it. The more I look at it, we've already put some offices over there, and I think that's where we'll keep it at. You're unfortunately just going to end there for the moment, but I'm not going to end you there. I'm actually just going to give you a little connection point like that. And just know that later on... Well, actually, you know what? I think we'll just square you off. With that barrier for the moment. Right. Right. Okay. I don't know what you're doing. I don't like what you're doing, so don't do that. I'm not a huge fan of this bridge. I think it looks like... I know that Johnny, one of my members, would be saying yucky poo. So I'm going to reattempt that bridge shortly. I didn't like it. We'll worry about the bridge after we get all this plugged in. Right. Good. Do you want to plug it in now? Potentially, Ham. Yeah, okay. Try it again. Okay, so I've managed to get some sort of a bridge in. I'm not too stoked on it. I did a lot of cutting stuff out, but it's just because it was just giving me the poops and I didn't want to... It was just annoying to put it on camera for you guys. I'm just going to get you lined up into there. And quite simply, I'm going to get you doing the same there, okay? And I'm going to leave that space in between there. Am I? Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't too stoked with the bridge. I'm still not, but it's just a means to get traffic in and out, and we're going to have to do something over this way too. So why don't we go ahead now? We do have this fantastic road here. Yeah, look at this traffic. It's really struggling. So let's say this roundabout is probably key to us getting the flow of traffic over... Oh, God, more bridges. Bridge over troubled waters, Ham. Yeah, look, they're not my favorite thing to put in. I'm not brilliant at them. You're at a +5 there too. Can you come down? 2.3. Weirdly, you're saying you're going to let me have that? But I feel like you're not, because yeah, you've put in this weird... So I think you will let me have it. We just need to be a touch better. Maybe we just need to go up a little bit higher and we can get something that looks actually kind of cool here. So first thing I'm going to do is draw a straight road. No, I'm not. Actually, yeah, I am. I want that up there. Take that off there. Right. So that's where I know my point is that I'm drawing to. Now I can get rid of all that. Okay, so that's the point we're drawing to. What if you make it a little bit higher? You know, if I just come off this height over to that. I need to watch some bridge tutorials, I think. Today's been hard work on the bridges, but if I maybe come up slightly higher, I'm just gonna draw this in like such. But what I want to do, so see how that gradient is might be worthwhile. Coming square off there and then up. What are you doing? Oh, okay. You've given me that. And then you've decided to put a kick up there. So that's plenty of clearance there. But see, you can see that bridge starting to kick up just here. And if I went to page down, you're going to get the wobbly woos, aren't you? Oh, hang on. I tell you what. It's got a slight wobbly woo in it, but we could get our little tool here and just fake it till we make it. Welcome to Go Nuts Donuts. All right, take that there for me. This is sort of the hard bit here, is like we want probably this bit to just relax down for us a touch. But then not too much because we start to get a bit of sag in the bridge. Something like that. I don't know. It's not brilliant. It's not great, is it? No, it's not. You get the idea of what I'm trying to go for here, but I don't think it's going to work because we just don't have enough length to work with. So let me put another cut in here now so I can get this bridge in, because I'm just not happy with it. And maybe I need something a little better. But it would make sense for the main road to shoot straight over to here. I think what we have to do... We're starting to get snow too. How do you feel about that? I don't like the snow. And then that ruins our split off section. Okay. Let me put a little cut in here or a time lapse. How about I do a little time lapse of this? Uh-oh. What's happened here? Rebuild that, please. Little park burnt down. Yeah, let's put a little time lapse in here. I'm also going to get rid of the snow. I don't want the snow, please. Weather. Can you have the temperature above, please? Yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, yeah, get the temperature back up, please. Right. Time lapse away. Okay, so I've got something resembling what we had in before. We've now still got our kick one-way street up here. It now doubles back on itself here, but that's kind of no... Well, we do have the exit up here, so I just need to realistically maybe make this a two-way, but I don't think we should. I think what we need is this one-way to be able to divert down around here. Ooh, that's a tricky little one-way. Not hard. I mean, is that... No, that's way too horrible. I mean, cool little street and all, but I don't think that's where you want to put that. Maybe you need to utilize like a one-way alley. Yeah. So split it off as a one-way alley. Take off... No, we want geometry. We don't want that one. Yeah, and I think that's what we want. Right? That just gives you a little diversion so you don't have to go back on itself. We can line this little fawn lane. Fawn lane, that's kind of cute. Just to make it kind of look a little bit, although you... Crikeys. Sometimes when I'm putting camera... I think when the autosave kicks in, really does some horribleness to my camera ability. Alright, couple of these, I think. Well, just something like that, you know. Just helps that whole situation. There are traffic lights there. That's okay. The traffic lights are probably not a bad iteration to have there. But do we want that? Yeah. I want the ability for people to one-way back on themselves if they have to as well. And then obviously I just have one little thing to do here, and that is put the trees back. There. Yeah, okay, and then that allows for a little bit more parking and so forth. And I might be able to get some shops up here as well, which is probably going to give a buffer. But that's our bridge. Anyway, I think it just is a little bit happier. I'm just going to plug it straight into the road up here, and hopefully that's going to help the traffic a lot. So let's just say we're going to come from this road here, and we're just going to simply connect it straight straight. Actually, maybe come from like this one. Yeah, but I do want you to come up a little bit. How do we feel about that? I'll probably take that, you know. Yeah, that's looking good. That's come up much better. I was so much happy about that. And in fact, this section here, do I dare to just try and draw that in a little better? Oh, Ham, what have you done? I think it's just gone in the same. Leave it. Don't touch it. Hit the play button. People can now be like, ooh, hang on. We don't have to go through this section anymore. We've got this main bridge going through here. And I think essentially that's going to be better in the long run than this one crossing backing up the traffic all the way through here. People are surely now going to be like, oh, hang on a minute. We can get out of here if it's the last thing we ever do. I hate this bridge. I'll be revisiting that. But what it allows us to do now is start planning a bit of downtown. When I say downtown, I just essentially mean high-rise residential buildings. How do you want to grid this? Just probably something like that. I'm going to leave that space down the end because I'm still going to get a bridge in there, I think. Something like that. You really are going to grid this, aren't you? Yeah, I probably should have used actual grids for this. Also, I'll leave. No, I want that one to move. I actually want my grids to be what? Good question, well asked. What do you got here? You got a 14 by 14. By 14. Okay. Yep. That's not, is that a 14 by, I don't think that is it. Yeah, that is. Okay, sweet. And see how the grids are actually working in our favor here. They're actually, re-gridding everything for us and making it look neat. Yeah, I like that. Right, so that's that. What about these sections here? I don't think I can get another one in here. That's 15. That's 14.25. Leave it. I'll do something else down the ends here. Maybe we can get in another kind of cool sort of building. Maybe some parklands in here with the buildings in the background. So what we might do here, we might actually run something like... If that's going to be... How far out are you? You're 12. Okay, so you're 12 by... That's not right. So that's got to be 14, hasn't it? Which should be there. Okay. That's going to be our curvy boy here for the park. More XP. Right, so something like that through there with a nice park just to break up the square. And I think what our bridge will do, our bridge will come and plug into that main road there. And then this road here will lead out this way as well. So it'll be kind of a nice... another entryway in, which probably should plug into that there. Right. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll do some more stuff down in here. Right, we can extend that through. Extend that through. And then, who knows, maybe, well... Oh, crikeys. Yeah. Yeah, we've certainly destroyed the... Are people just not... Oh, dear God. What has happened here? Let's hit the turbos just to see if we can flush out and clear up a lot of the traffic here. I don't know why people aren't utilizing this bridge to go downtown. It seems to make more sense. But yet people still want to use this way. Maybe this needs to come out of here. Let's just see how that goes. It's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna start unclogging things a little bit, I think. And potentially what I'll do is I set out a traffic light here, but I might actually take that traffic light out and put a giveaway. Maybe even here too. The roundabout was, I don't know why people were getting stuck on the roundabout, but this just seems, yeah, I don't want double traffic lights here. It's gonna cause mayhem. So let's get a stop sign here instead. Let's try that here too. It makes sense to have a traffic light there, but in purposes of getting the traffic out of here and flowing, people still want to use this way. It amazes me, you know? It actually amazes me. Maybe I need to put some more asymmetrical lanes in, so forth. A lot more people trying to utilize this area. Just get going, team. Get going. Get the flow of traffic going. Right, how are we looking over here now? Our grid section up. Oof, it's getting busy in this area. Let's pump in some of these. Oh, what are we low on? High crime risk. We probably do need to look at a police station. We're making decent money. Let's get in a decent... what do we want? What's the southwest one? USA Southwest Police Station, a precinct for local police houses traffic. Jail capacity 25, patrol cars 7, is 27 a month. Let's go ahead and put this in, I think. It could go in our office spaces down. Maybe it has to go. Maybe this is where it should go. But there is a lot of traffic to get in through here. We've got a small police station there, a small one here. Maybe we put... You know, I think it just has to go here. I was going to do the plaza here, but I think it makes sense to put this in. And what I'll do is I'll give them a bit of a car park. I will actually go ahead and put a bit of a car park section through here. So can I actually... You know, when I look at the time and I'm like, oh, shucks, I want to keep playing. Yeah, that's what happens. Did I put that in with anarchy? I did too. I don't want to put it in with anarchy. And you know what? I do want to have it on that side now, actually. Yeah, that's better. You flatten the block for me. Thank you. Yeah, that makes me a bit happier through there. Okay. Car park? Yeah, some sort of car park, please. I think you can only fit like these ones in. I'll leave that and put some more space just here, but I think that makes sense. Now, these row homes are right where... So when I said before I'm going to have to adjust some of these buildings and so forth, yeah, we're going to have to adjust some of these buildings and so forth. We'll put in like a bit of a plaza section just here, shall we? Bit of a park or something. I am pretty sure we had new parks be put in the game. Oh, that looks cool. That's not going to fit there. I need something tiny. Something 2 by... Yeah, like 2 of these, right? 2 of those outdoor sort of cafe sections. I don't mind that. That'll work well. Yeah, okay, so that'll be fine. Just something to make those people a little bit happier that they're not living straight opposite the police. It's a little hodgepodge and messy at the moment, but we'll get there. It'll come along. Let's start plugging in. I want to get some high rises in here before the end of today just to see how this goes. So let's go with, let's try these. I want to try these ones. I'm actually going to use the bucket. Now, I also want to put in some mixed residential down here as well. Love these green space ones. Probably look good right here. For that mixed. Back to high density. That's the European. I need to have a look at what some of these buildings look like. Yeah, give me... Do we think that the southwest and the... Okay, this is, I'd like to have a look at what your buildings look like, actually. So I'm just going to go like that. See what they're like. But you can see the demand just gets rinsed up straight away. So the cool thing about our mixed is we can go ahead and plot in a lot of this cool mixed along this waterfront. Right. Which is what I want to do here. Actually, you can have that. You can have that. Just to see what... I don't think you'll take it all, but whatever. Yeah. All right. And then we get these cool buildings across the front here. And then we get... Oh, look at these a lot. Yeah, these work well. These work well. These will blend nicely with their height. Get some park stuff through here. And then we'll put some taller buildings out the back here. Is what the plan and hope is. Look at this. Oh, that's what I like to see. Absolutely rinse that budget. All right, how are people feeling? We've got a police station. Traffic's bad, high crime risk. Hopefully our new police station will be working on that. Yeah, right. We got a lot of work to do, especially when it comes to lifting our standards of how everything looks. But we've got to just keep plodding away and plugging stuff in and keep expanding, keep growing. We need this number up higher. Let me just, I'll do a save here. I'm just going to do a quick save here. Twin Shores, overwrite, save. And I'm just going to give you an example. So we're making 29, almost 30,000 an hour, right? I'm going to give you a quick example here. If I want to buy this plot of land, like I said before, this one's 726,000 a month, right? If I go and purchase this, look at that. Let's just see if it can write it. It might correct itself, but you can see here just how much money you need to expand for this. Now, if I want to buy another one again, it's only 80,000 a month. So that initial first smack is what's going to hurt us, which is why, well, let me go back to load that. Twin Shores, thanks. So that is why, and I know I'm doing this off the cuff and I could put cuts in, but I don't like to. I like to show you how it actually is. It's why, it's essential we get this going further in the right direction that we want, and to do that, we have to build more. It's essentially what it just comes down to. And now my time settings are off, so yeah. And this has gone back to, I don't know why that resets to maximum volume every time. But yeah, you can see that's why we have to now just keep plotting in, keep growing, keep expanding all the way through, right? We literally have rinsed the monetary stuff for today, haven't we? Yeah, we really have. Get in some of that. Right, just see how that goes. Oh, no, I didn't want that. No, not that. I want, damn it. That. Yeah, give me that. Sweetness. All right. See how that goes. Are they, hang on, were they, oh crap. Ham, did you put the wrong one in? That's low density. I didn't want low dense. Unless you did want low dense, but I didn't. I wanted high density. You've only got NA high density. These are your only high densities. What do you got in the way of EU low density at that height? Yeah, whatever. the cool thing is we're making money, we're expanding, and we're growing. And I've got to fix this bridge. I hate this thing. In fact, I'm gonna blow it up right now because I've got to fix that. I might fix that between now and next time. But that's it for today, team. The expansion continues. The growing continues. We're starting to get in a nice high-rise area here. We've got to fill all this in. We've got to get all the houses filled in, more apartments, so forth. Offices we've got going in here. Yeah, stay tuned for plenty more City Skylines action. It's all about getting this money up now and getting the growth going. We're just going to have to keep importing, exporting. I will be getting rid of this next time as well because this is actually processing garbage that we want to actually start processing here at our plant to start producing more power, so we're not importing as much. So the more we can burn ourselves, the more power we can generate, the less we have to import. Even though we are making money exporting, I don't want to do it anymore. Plus, don't forget, this whole site is going to be redone. It's already sized out, ready for the big train depot to replace it. All right. I'm glad we got some of this started today, though. Really happy. Stay tuned for plenty more next time. We'll be back with some more City Skylines 2. Don't forget, Transport Fever 2 is back on the program, and I'll see you for that. Also, loved having you around. Love having you guys here for the series. Please leave a like. It does help the channel out and the series itself. Until next episode, stay safe, stay glued to your screen, and get out of here. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear.